In this video, I'm going to show you how to replace your AC cooling fan on your Honda CR-V. It's located under the hood towards the front. Using a 10mm socket, we're going to disconnect our negative battery terminal. We're going to undo our plug for our radiator and drain the coolant. So I have a drain bucket underneath. And we're just going to twist that to the left. And let that drain. The drain plug is under the front bumper. Using a 10mm socket, we're going to take off this plastic cover with these two bolts. Now we're going to take out these push pins and remove this plastic cover. Our plastic piece is missing most of them, so just work your way around to free it up. We'll have to replace ours. Just pull up that center one first. And the whole thing should pop out. Once you remove that, we're going to take off this bracket. Put that bolt to the side. You're going to take out your bolt on this side as well. Ours is missing. So we'll have to replace that. So now we're going to take this bolt out. And do the same on the other side. I'm going to take out this bolt on the front. You may have to apply pressure. Also remove your push pin if yours is still there. Ours is not. Okay. Do the same on the other side. Now we're going to take this out. And we're going to go to our other side and do the same. Just take that out if it's in your way. Now we're going to disconnect our wiring harness by pushing in the two ears and pushing that out. That should free that up. And now we're going to disconnect this bolt back here. There should be two bolts here. Ours only has one. It's a 10mm socket. There's a bolt underneath that's holding the bracket in front of the fans that we need to disconnect. You're going to have to take down your plastic engine splash shield the same way you took the above one off with the plastic grommets. So just pull those out. Ours, somebody cut a hole in, so we don't need to do that. Yeah, so after you take that down, you're going to see the bolt. We marked it in yellow. So take that out, and then you'll be able to get your intake out. We're going to use a 10mm socket. All right, take that out. Now we're going to go back up. We're going to take our wiring harness off using a trim tool and some needle nose if needed. You just want to get under there and pull it out, or you can squeeze the back with the needle nose. I'm going to try both. You should have 3 total, from what I can tell. One of them is already disconnected. So there's one in the middle, and that's where I'm going right now. To get to that middle one, we're going to pick this up and push it forward, and then you'll have a better shot at getting it. And you can stick your hand in there with your trim tool. There we go. You can always replace those if you feel like you need to. And we'll probably have to do that to that one. We're going to push it forward to about there. We're going to take out this bolt on the driver's side of the radiator, and it's holding this bracket. So I'm going to hold my wrench on there with my pry bar, since my hand doesn't fit down there. I'm just going to loosen this enough to move the bracket slightly and leave it in there, since it's going to be kind of a pain to get back in there with our hands. So don't take it all the way out. Okay, let me check where we're at. I think that could be good, so let's give this a try. We're going to remove this hose. I'll just set it to the side, and now we're going to take out this bolt. There's one here, one here. I'm using a 10mm socket. And this is the fan that's on the passenger side of the car. All right, so we're going to take this connector out. Just going to pick this fan up a little bit and just move it over a little bit, as much as I can for now. And now we're going to use a 10mm socket and take out the bolt for the reservoir. Using a 10mm socket. Set that off to the side. Now we're going to take out this reservoir by moving our fan over and out of the way. Just be gentle not to hit your radiator. And there you go. Now we're going to disconnect our harness. To disconnect this, you're just going to insert a screwdriver into there, push down, and pull out. So now we're just going to pull this up and out. These 2 pegs go into, there's 2 brackets below at the bottom that have holes, and you're going to insert these into those brackets. That's what holds the bottom of the fan in the radiator bracket. We're going to attach our wiring harness here on the bottom of the fan, and those connectors are here. One here, and one here. Aiming for those 2 holes, and we're going to have to lift up our wiring harness a little bit. Get that out of the way. So if you push the fan forward a little bit and tilt it forward, you can see better. There. And a little bit off. Make sure your bolt holes line up on the top. And now we're going to put this connector in and lock it in place. When inserting this container, you're going to want to line up your hose almost into the hole, and that way you are far enough over and it goes in where it belongs. So here we go. Let's slide it down. Let it just fall in, and then, so I'm aiming for the hose to go in that slot. And there we go. And now we can put our bolts in, the fan. Snap them by hand. And then attach our coolant reservoir. And we can tighten these up. Now we can feed our hose in here and attach it to the radiator overflow pipe. So we're going to tighten up this bracket now. We're going to put our wiring harness back through this metal bracket, the center post that goes up. By just pushing the plastic grommets into the hole where they belong. And they do line right up, so you shouldn't have an issue finding where they go. So just follow the wiring, just follow the wiring harness up as you press them in. So there's one there, and one here. All right, so now we're going to attach our harness back to our cross member here. Again, pushing the plastic grommets through. I'm going to pick this up and put it in place. That way things line up a little easier. You may need to take a pair of pliers and just help it through. Good. Now you're just going to follow it back. Underneath there is holes here that you're going to push through. So here's one. Again, if it's not coming through, just give it a pull on the other side. The idea is to secure the harness so it doesn't rub when you're driving around. So do your best. That seems good. We are going to put our bolts in here, and that's going to hold down this bar from moving. You may need to line it up a little bit. And we're going to tighten that down. And we're going to tighten this one down. Now you got your bolt started, and we're going to snug that up. All right, after you tighten that one down, do the same on the other side. All right, so now we're going to line up this and start our bolt by hand and snug it up. And do the same on the other side. And now we can plug in our connector. Make sure you hear that click. We're going to put our bolt back on the center post for the radiator frame. Okay, make sure that's snug. And now we can go back up top and put the plastic piece back on. So now we can put our plastic piece on. Just make sure your hood release is on top. And make sure everything lines up before fastening anything. We are going to use new push pins for our vehicle since it was in rough shape when we got it. Now we're going to replace our push pins. Just follow along. We're replacing ours since they were all missing. A lot of them were missing, should I say. And there you go. So we're just going to put our bolt in here. The other one was missing. You'll have two of these. Make sure you replace both. Let's put our cover back on. And then you can put your screws in. Start them by hand. You can tighten them down. So now let's put some coolant in. Keep filling up your coolant until it's about halfway up your funnel. And if you don't have a funnel like this, just keep filling it up till you see that it's close to the top. You're going to start your vehicle, let it run, put your heat on, let it warm up, and then the thermostat will open and more coolant will go down and you'll have more room to put more in. Then you're going to fill it up to the top. Make sure your heat works, make sure there's no leaks anywhere, and put your cap back on and take it for a road test. Just make sure you bleed the system completely before so. And by doing that, you're going to know it's bled because you won't see any more bubbles. We're going to put our negative battery terminal on using a 10mm socket. We're going to snug it up. Make sure it's pretty snug so this doesn't move at all, and you're good to go.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.